Hello, Harris County Libraries. I'm Oscar, and I'm with the Houston Astros. And I'm here with Orbit to talk to you guys about how you can travel anywhere you imagine by reading. Take it from someone who reads every day and an alien from out of this world that you don't need a car or a spaceship to travel to other lands or even other planets. A good book can be your ship. That's right. Whether it's newspapers, comic books, magazines, pop-up books, whether you're reading stories about adventure or famous people in history or even how-to books where you can learn all kinds of new things. Orbit, what are you currently reading? Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, Orbit, if you were in a library, you would not be able to do that. I'm glad you took to reading so well, but you always know you can just check out one book at a time, right? That's okay. Tell you what, how about you just show us what you're currently reading right now? Uh-huh. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Is that Orbit's first day of school? What? You're not going to believe this. I got the same book. Yeah, I checked it out when I was returning some other books to the library. Wait, if I had this copy that... Oh, that's the copy that was given to you by our friends over at Phillips 66 and the Barbara Bush Houston Literacy Foundation, isn't it? What are the odds that we get the same book? I guess we have the same taste. So, how many times have you read your book? Uh-huh. 3. What? Oh, wow. Okay. I guess when you own the book, you can just read it as many times as you want to. How many times have I read my book? Oh, I've read it once. Every single day. That's right. You see, kids, your brain is the biggest, most powerful muscle in your body. And just like any other muscle in your body, to make it strong, you got to work it out every day. And you work it out every day by reading every day. You see, kids, when you read every single day, 3 things start to happen. Orbit, do you know what those 3 things are? The first thing that happens when you read every single day is you get smarter. Let's say that this balloon that Orbit has is like your brain. You see, if you read a little bit every day, you only get a little smarter. But if you read every single day for at least 20 minutes, you get a lot smarter. You read a little, you get a little smarter. You read a lot, you get a lot smarter. And if you read every day for at least 20 minutes, your brain will get just a little bit bigger. The second thing that happens when you read every single day is you learn new things. Kids, right now is the perfect time for you guys to learn something that you've always wanted to learn. Your library has books and materials on literally every subject you can think of, so make sure to take advantage of that. Now, the third thing that happens when you read every day, and this one's the most important, is it helps you prepare for your future. Kids, no matter what you want to be when you grow up, a baseball player, a superhero, a princess, no matter what it is you want to be when you grow up, and you can't be anything you want to, it not only takes listening to your parents, it not only takes completing your schoolwork, but it involves reading every single day. So, Orbit, have you read today? No? Well, tell you what, since we're joined by so many of our friends today, how about I read to you right now? Does that sound good? Yeah, awesome. Well, what do you, oh, good idea. Kids, go ahead and get comfortable. Maybe if you have some snacks, you can grab a couple. Oh, there you go. Nicely done, Orbit. You all comfy? Kids, you ready? Here we go. We're about to read Orbit's first day of school. Orbit's first day of school. Orbit is an alien from outer space and the official team mascot of the Houston Astros baseball team. Before Orbit came to Earth to cheer on the Astros, he lived in a special place in outer space called the Grand Slam Galaxy, where he excelled in all sorts of activities, such as moonwalking, crater jumping, and of course, baseball. Orbit always made sure to put his studies first. He knew that before he could do any of his favorite activities, like playing baseball, he had to get all of his homework done and make good grades in school. After landing on Earth and making the city of Houston his home, Orbit realized that his education would be even more important, which meant he had to stay in school, especially because he had all sorts of new things to learn about life on Earth. Orbit went to the local school and met the principal. She was very nice and a big fan of the Astros. She told Orbit about all the great things he would learn. Orbit got very excited about his new school. The next morning, Orbit ate a good, healthy breakfast before heading out to the bus stop, where he met some kids from his neighborhood who rode the same bus. The bus ride to school was really fun for Orbit. It was his first time to ever ride in a bus. In the Grand Slam Galaxy, everyone traveled by spaceship, Cosmocab, and hoverboard. Orbit liked how the bus driver drove that big bus. When Orbit got to school, he walked into his classroom where he met his new teacher and classmates. As Orbit made his way to his desk, he started to get a little nervous. Everybody was looking at him, and he realized that he didn't know anybody in his classroom. He started to get a little bit scared because he was in a brand new place. When Orbit got to his desk, the boy sitting next to him introduced himself. "Hi," he said. "My name is Richard. I was a new student last year, so I know how scary it can be to come to a new place where you don't know anyone. Don't worry, though. You can hang out with me, and I'll introduce you to some of my friends when we go out for recess." This made Orbit feel better. Orbit was excited about recess. He followed Richard and the rest of his class outside where everyone was running, playing, and having a lot of fun. Orbit was very excited to join in. Richard told Orbit that he could play basketball with him and some other kids. But Orbit had never played basketball before, so he wasn't very good. Some of the kids began to laugh at him. "Let's try a game of tag," said Richard. Orbit wasn't very good at tag either. Orbit wasn't very good at tag because he was much bigger than the other kids, and he kept getting tagged out. Just then, some kids from another classroom started laughing at Orbit because he looked different. They started making fun of him for having green fur and a big belly. These kids were bullies, and Orbit didn't know what to do because he had never been bullied in the Grand Slam Galaxy. Richard saw what was happening and ran over to a teacher for help. He explained that Orbit was being picked on for being different. The teacher knew exactly what to do. After recess, it was time for PE. Orbit began to get nervous again because he knew those bullies from recess would be there too. After being made fun of for not being good at basketball or tag, PE was the last place Orbit wanted to be. Orbit was beginning to get homesick and missed his friends back in the Grand Slam Galaxy. Oh man, what happens next? When everyone got to the gym, Orbit saw a familiar sight. The PE teacher was standing in the middle of the room with a baseball in one hand and a bat in the other. Today, they would be playing baseball, Orbit's favorite sport. The PE teacher asked anyone if anyone ever played baseball before, and Orbit's hand shot straight up. "Hey, I know who you are," said the PE teacher. "You're Orbit. You're the mascot for the Houston Astros." Everyone looked at Orbit again, but this time they were smiling. The PE teacher asked Orbit, "Would you please help me show everyone how to play baseball?" Orbit enthusiastically agreed. He was so excited and spent the rest of the class time showing everyone how to hit, catch, and throw. He had the best time and made a lot of new friends. After PE, some of the kids who picked on Orbit came up to him and apologized for being mean. They were very impressed with how good Orbit was at baseball and asked if he could show them more stuff after school. They asked if they could be friends and learn to respect Orbit for who he was, not what he looked like. When Orbit got home from school, he was so excited to tell his friends back in the Grand Slam Galaxy about his first day of school, how he rode a bus for the first time, learned new things, and even made some new friends by showing them how good he was at baseball. But not until after he finished his homework. The end. Oh, man, that one is my favorite. Yours too? What's it? Oh, good. You completed it, Orbit. Nicely done. Did you like that one? I liked it. That's my favorite. Yes. You want me to read you another story? Well, Orbit, this is the only book I have in the house. Don't worry, though, because after we hang up, you can go online and check out if your local library has any online reading options. Or you can also go to astros.com/activities to see all kinds of other fun stuff you can do and read and draw. Just think, Orbit, if you go online and if your library has any online reading options, you can read books you've heard of, watch movies you've never seen, or even listen to music from all around the world. Just imagine. You know what? I think I'm going to go learn something new right now. Orbit, I'll see you later. Bye, kids.